Hi friends, myself Subrata Mukherjee and you are watching my channel Dr. Subrata Mukherjee Distance Learning in Common. Today I am going to discuss a problem on self-balancing and sectional balancing system. This is lecture number 4 and you can see the other lectures in the playlist section of the channel. I would like to request all the viewers to subscribe my channel and to see the playlist section of the channel where I have uploaded lectures on accounts, costing, financial management and management accounting earlier. Write up the general ledger adjustment account as would appear in the sales ledger from the following particulars. Opening balances of debtor debit 25,200. Opening balances of debtors credit 800. Sales 62,400. Returns 6,340. Cash received 40,100. Discount allowed 2,600. Bad debt written off 7,420. Increase in provision for bad debts 1,000. Bad debts previously written off now received 600. Allowances 840. Bills receivable received 2,600. Bills receivable dishonored 1,000. Trade discount 300. Transfer from bought ledger 2,400. Closing balances of debtors 27,980. Closing balances of debtor credit 2,480. Here I have prepared the structure of the general ledger adjustment account as would appear in sales ledger. The opening balances of debtor has been given, so we have to record it first. So I am writing on the credit side the debit balance as buy balance BD 25,200, and on the debit side I have to write the credit balance as I am preparing the general ledger adjustment account in sales ledger. So here I have to write to balance BD 800 rupees. Then I have to write here to sales ledger adjustment account, and on the credit side also I have to write by sales ledger adjustment account. So the next transaction is regarding the sales. So this sales is basically the credit sales, and we can assume, and I have to write this credit sale here as sales 62,400. So what is the journal entry basically we have passed here? Sales ledger adjustment account debit to general ledger adjustment account, and under sales ledger adjustment account I am writing sales 62,400. Please follow the structure of this ledger carefully. The next item is regarding the return, which is the sales return. So the journal entry is the general ledger adjustment account debit to sales ledger adjustment, and here I have to write the sales return, or simply I have the returns 6,340. Next item is regarding the cash received. So I have to write here as cash received 40,100. On the credit side I am writing all the balances which are going to increase the value of the debtor, and on the debit side I am writing the amount that are going to reduce the balance of the debtor. So the next item is regarding the discount allowed. So discount allowed, I have to write it here on the debit side. Discount allowed 2,600. Next is bad debt written off. So general ledger adjustment account debit to sales ledger adjustment account, and the item is for bad debt written off, and the amount is 7,420. Next item is increase in provision for bad debt. So this entry we are not going to pass because it does not affect the debtor ledger. Next item is bad debt written off, previously written off, now received. So the journal entry for this item is cash account debit to PL. Since this item do not affect the debtor ledger, so we are not going to write it in this sales ledger. Next item is allowances. So allowances, it is also reducing the amount of debt balance. So I have to write it here as allowances 840. Then bills receivable received. So I have to write here general ledger adjustment account to sales ledger adjustment account, and the item is for bills receivable. Item is bills receivable and the amount is 2,600. Next item is bills receivable dishonored. So I have to record it on the credit side as bills receivable, and within bracket you write dishonored. The amount is 1,000. Next is trade discount. So trade discount also does not affect the debtor ledger. So trade discount item, we have to exclude it from here. Next is transfer from bought ledger. The journal entry is basically credited account debit to debtor. So this amount also reduces the balances of debtor. So I have to write here as transfer, and the amount is 2,400. And we have to record the closing balances. So I write here to balance CD 27,980, and on the credit side I am writing by balance CD 2,480. Please have a look at it as I have recorded all the transactions given in the question, and you will find that total of the debit and the credit side to be 91,080 rupees. So on the debit side, I have written to balance PD 800, then to sales ledger adjustment account, and under sales ledger adjustment account, the items are returns 6,340, cash receipt 40,100, then discount allowed 2,600, bad debt return of 7,420, bills receivable 2,600, then transfer from bought ledger 2,400, and the closing balance of debtor is 27,980. And on the credit side, I have written by balance BD 25,200. Then under sales ledger adjustment account, the first item is regarding the credit sales 62,400. Then bills receivable dishonored 1,000, and the closing balance of debtor is 2,480, and the total of the debit and credit side is 91,080. Hope all the students have recorded the question with solution and have followed the process that I have adopted here to solve the problem. In spite of that, if you find any difficulty in understanding, feel free to contact me through email or the contact number given in the description box. Thank you. Thanks for watching the lecture.